A clothing haul. Definitely a clothing haul. Show a clothing haul. That's what my brain says, and I keep taking out hard goods. I know you guys love seeing hard goods, but today I'm showing a clothing haul. So stick around and we will get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen, Lavender Clothesline. I am Lavender Clothesline on eBay, Instagram, and here on YouTube, so I figured I'd better do a clothing haul. Now I have been doing a lot of hard goods shopping and hard good hauls and hard goods selling. I've been selling a lot of hard goods, but every day I sell clothing too. So I figured I'd grab a rack from the back room and just show you what I've picked up recently, what I found, why I picked it up. Now I always say on Instagram that a lot of my items are not on the BOLO list. They're not on the, run out and buy this brand list because this is the hot list. I have trouble finding those brands here in central Pennsylvania, but I do sell an awful lot of clothing. This year I sold over $100,000 worth. I think my W-9, is that what we call it, 1099, was $108,000 this year. That's cumulative for hard goods and clothing, but a lot of it is clothing. So let's get started. Grab a drink, let's relax, let's chit chat. Thanks so much for following me. If you're not, hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when I post. Right now I have upped my game. Lisa and I, that's my daughter, are trying to post 3 times a week, which is a race. So for the few of you who said, gee, you look tired, I am tired. There's that. But I don't mind. I know that sooner or later things change, and I don't see myself doing 3 videos for the rest of my life, so I am taking full opportunity to jump on the bandwagon while the getting's good. So let's get started and I will show the first item. So the first item that I found, I was down in Bradenton, Florida, visiting my daughter Mellissa and getting my dental checkup. If you haven't seen any of my dental implant videos, you can go over and watch those. That was this past summer. I decided to get dental implants, and yep, I YouTubed about it. No shame here. So I went down to Florida to get my checkup. I have 2 more checkups till my final implants. Very excited for that. And of course, while we were down there, we were sitting around. It was about 8 o'clock at night, and both Fresh, that's my daughter Mellissa on YouTube, and Fresh Bloomin' Clothing on Instagram and eBay. I had to think of where we sell. We threw on our shoes and went shopping 8 o'clock at night. Very fun. So I'm going to show you one of the pieces first right out of the gate that I bought that night. Look at this great vest. How cool is this? So this is fully beaded and sequined, flamingo on one side with a boat. And what is on this side? Some sort of flower. I won't even try to name it. And a palm tree. Just plain black satin on the back. This is put out by Handmade in Indonesia. So there you go for that kind of branding. And I don't think it has any branding. So I'm going to show you what the label looks like anyway. So I just ignore the label when I see something like this. I look at the quality of how things are stitched and how the beads and sequins are sewn on. Absolutely yes, all day long. So this was marked $2.99 on this tag, and it had another tag I think that said $9.99. So of course I went to the manager. I said, hey, this has 2 tags. I'd like it for the $2.99, and they were great about it. So great find. I expect to get, I'm going to say $60, $65 for this vest. So not everybody is rushing onto eBay to buy a flamingo vest, but I'm convinced it's going to sell. So that is item number 1, and that's why I bought it. The next item, you guys know I always love to pick up leather belts. So here we have, I'm just going to go through them quickly. I believe this is a Brighton. This is a wide belt. Who is putting this out? J. Jill. Just really cool. I really liked this. Has kind of like a harness buckle. That's what I would call that. This is a leather belt by Gap. I might have showed this in a prior video. I'm not sure about that. Okay, Brighton we got. This is made in China. I don't see a brand on this. This brown one is unbranded, but very nice leather. And it is marked full grain cowhide. I said yes to that. And that's it. So 2 Brightons, the Gap, the J. Jill, and the unbranded. I pay $1.97 for belts, and most of the times I get anywhere between around $18 to $22 mark. So very good profit. Belts move fairly quickly for me, so I always say yes to high quality, nice belts. Here is another hanger of belts. I love this style. See this? I call it hippie style. I don't know if that's what that's called. It's kind of like tooled leather, where somebody has taken a tool and made a design in the leather, and this is BKE. So I said absolutely to that one. This was an embroidered belt. That'll be hard not to keep. I love a good embroidered belt and a pair of jeans, like low slung jeans, very cool. And another engraved or tooled one. And again, this is unbranded as far as I can tell. Nice and wide. And as you know, as I've explained before, I always look at the tip of the belt that has the holes, because that's going to get the most wear. And I always look to make sure the holes aren't broken or stretched out. So 3 more belts, I said yes. This next item, I love this item. This is a pink, a really soft pink teddy bear jacket. I thought this was great. And this is actually put out by a brand called, okay, let me get rid of the hanger, Nutcracker. This is Disney. So I thought this was great. This is a size large, and I tried this on. I thought this was great. Now, I guess it's a girl's large. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on to read, but this fits me, and I'm like a woman's, probably a woman's medium. It's a little big, so this might even be a woman's large. Let's see if I can stand back. How fun is this? I love this jacket. Very cozy, very comfy. And what did I pay for this? I paid $7.50 for this. So yes, yes, light pink, really pretty. The next item I found was a Pendleton teddy bear jacket. I thought this was great. This is a Pendleton women's size small, and I liked that it had the plaid on the reverse of the collar. I think this pocket is fake. Let me check that. Oh, it's a real pocket, real chest pocket. So very cool. I paid $7.50 for this, and I'm gonna guess off the top of my head, $25.30 maybe. I'm not sure, I haven't checked comps on most of this, but I said yes to this. Thought this was really good. I like the Pendleton name. The next item I picked up was kind of like a cranberry red Moto jacket. I thought this was really good, really nice leather. I like the way the zipper closes. This is put out by Blank NYC. Now, I had never bought this before, this brand, but I really liked this, and I felt that the leather quality was good. Now, I don't pick up a lot of leather jackets because the shipping is usually a killer for something so heavy, and my buyer always pays shipping. But if a jacket is a motorcycle jacket, if it has fringe, if it has Harley Davidson, sometimes just because it's a cool color, I'll say yes to it. The next item is a favorite, even though this is not a current, hip brand. Talbot's Petites, but look at this sweater. How beautiful is this? This thing is all embroidered. And this will be hard not to keep. I'm not a petite though. I really like this sweater, so I said yes to this. I bought it for $4.50. I paid $4.50. And you know what? That P, yeah, it is petites. I had to check. Sometimes European brands will use a P for small. So you have to make sure that what the item's tag says is either a petite or it's just a true small. So this says petites on it, so I know it is petites. And I thought this was great. Isn't that pretty? I really, really like that. So I said yes to that. Okay, so the next few items are coats. I am still picking up coats. I've been selling a lot of coats. This is Obermeyer, which is a ski company or snowboarding. And I picked this up. Now I believe this is a men's extra small. And what I really liked about this was the color block with the colors that they used. So it's almost like an olive green, deep olive green. Then I would call this maybe a lime khaki, and then the turquoise blue. Really nice colors. So I said yes to this. So when you see color applied to the item and it's in big swaths of color or big areas of color, that's called color block. And I'll use that as a key word in my titles. The next item is just a simple men's quarter zip top. This is Under Armour, and I picked this up. I think I paid $4.50 in this store. $4.50? It's either $4.50 or $5. So I said yes to this. The next few items, I go by the feel and by what they're made of. I almost always ignore the brand unless it's a super cheap brand. Like I wouldn't do, trying to think of who I wouldn't do. I don't know, like a Kmart or Walmart equivalent. I wouldn't do those companies, but this is Club Room Cashmere, 100% cashmere. A lot of times you want to see that it says 2-ply cashmere. That just means that the thread count per inch is higher when it's 2-ply. And this is Jose Bank, extra large, again, cashmere. The next item is a woman's robe. Really beautiful, really nice quality. Now I don't pick up a lot of robes, but I do sell the ones that I pick up. I'm very picky with robes because I feel pajamas, intimate apparel, you know, as far as nightgowns or things like that, lingerie, is very hard to present in a good way if it's at all questionable. eBay does not allow, I believe, lingerie, underwear, and bras to be pre-owned and sold unless they're vintage. If it's a true vintage piece, I think they're still allowing it. You might want to check on that. But bathrobes, absolutely, you can sell pre-owned. This is soft surroundings, and it's a medium. Really pretty aqua blue. Great condition. This almost looks like it hasn't been worn, but I'm going to call it pre-owned. And of course, it'll be washed before I list it. This next item is a men's jacket. It's like a windbreaker, and it has a Bud Light can on it. And who's putting this out? Elevate. Now, I'm not sure if this was produced. I don't know why it would have a Bud Light can on it. That is Bud Light, right? I don't know my beers. But I said yes to this. It's in new condition, Miller Lite. Excuse me for those of you who are Miller fans. But I said yes to this, and I believe I paid $7.50 for this jacket. I'm not sure what this is going to bring, but I thought this was really good. And it's new with tags, so absolutely yes. You guys know I love puffer coats. Puffer coats are great when they're packable, when they're not overly stuffed. The puffer coats that are really, really big, some of them are super trendy. I have a tendency not to buy an overly big coat. Now, if it's something by a company that's, you know, a real high-end company, of course I would buy it. But I tend to gravitate towards the puffer coats that are packable, that are, you know, travel friendly. And that's how I usually promote them or market them. So this one is a Calvin Klein. It's a beautiful blue, and it is a size large. And right in the description, packable, lightweight, premium down. Yes, all day long. I was just waving to a neighbor going by. My neighbors must think I'm crazy. Here I am, I'm right in front of my front window. My drape is open, and I'm talking to a phone with all this lighting going on. My neighbors they just think I'm a crazy girl, which I am. That's okay. The next item is another down puffer coat. Look at the color on this one. It's like a sapphire blue or a jewel blue. Extra large, again, packable, lightweight, premium down. And I believe I paid $10 for this, so I said yes to this. Beautiful condition. The next item I pick up because of the name. This is Peter Millar. Peter Millar is a nice brand to find. I usually pick up the polos, dress shirts, sometimes the sport coats. I said yes to this. Now I believe this is a woman's. I'm not sure about this. So sometimes the way you can tell is you put your hand in the pocket. If the pocket is very deep, it's a man's. If the pocket is a little more shallow, it is a woman's. So I'm going to say this is a man's coat. I could be wrong about that. I'll do research and find out which gender. I think I found this on a new rack coming out, so that didn't help me. Not that that ever helps me in Goodwill. I mean, things get put all over the place. So sometimes you're picking up men's clothing in the women's department. And when I was a news seller, I made that mistake. I picked up, I think it was a blouse, but it was in the man's department. It was kind of a tailored blouse. And I got it home and I listed it. You know, it was my first year, and I listed it as a man's blouse, and the man got it and said, this is a woman's blouse. So, oops. But I believe this is men's. I'm gonna say men's. You can correct me if you think I'm wrong. I never get offended at that. This next find I thought was pretty cool. This is a Yankees jacket, and I'm a New York girl. And it is put out by Majestic. I don't see a date on it. I was kind of hoping it would have a date, but I will look this up. And it's got the sewn patch on the sleeve right here. And this is all applique embroidered. So absolutely, and I paid $10 for that. This next item is a woman's sweater. This is BC Beachy, Maxa Zaria. And the thing I loved about this, I'm gonna see if I can show this is a double layer in the front. So you have the regular knit layer, and then over it is a mesh with a floral design. Look how beautiful this is. Absolutely, all day long, so pretty. Now this is not a high-end brand in my opinion, but because of the design, if I can photograph this well, this will bring probably over $30. And I paid $4.50 for this sweater. Next up is a simple J. Crew cardigan sweater. And the reason I picked this up because it has the toggle buttons. I thought these were great, real nautical feel to it. Look how nice this is. And I paid $4.50 for this, and it's a size medium. The next item is a Ralph Lauren jacket, woman's jacket. Really pretty. It's almost like a houndstooth, but not quite. It's a good solid check. This is the green label, which is the vintage label, I believe. Woman's size 8. Great condition. And what did I pay for this? I believe I paid $7.50 for this jacket. This next vest, again, the green. Ralph Lauren. And really pretty. This is my size. Uh-oh. I love a good vest. So I said yes to this. Now I think this is just polyfill. I don't think this is a down fill. I'm reading. It looks like all polyester. So, but still really cute. It's got a zip pocket up here. And vests I pay $4.50. So I said yes to this. I think these 3 last pieces are all donated by the same person. Ralph Lauren, green tag, size 8. Really nice, a wine-colored check or plaid. I've heard that checks and plaids are going to be really hot this fall, 2020. So I am keeping my eyes open for lots of plaids, houndstooth, herringbone, all of those type of things. This is great with a pair of jeans and boots, you know, for the equestrian look. Kind of like a barn coat, really, really nice. This was my favorite find of the haul, absolutely favorite find. I did not even check for holes, I have to admit. I'm gonna have to really go over this. I think it's okay though. This is LL Bean, this is vintage, men's 42. Look at that, buffalo plaid, hunting, hipster. What else can we say about this? This is fantastic. I love coats like this. Sell these all day long. So I said yes to this. Lumberjack, that's another good keyword. Did I say lumberjack? And I love it because it has this overpiece in the back. There's a name to this, I don't remember what this is called. So if you guys know, can you leave me a hint below of what this extra piece is? It's not a cape, it's something else when it's on a man's jacket. Sometimes the rancher coats, you know, the long coats, the trench coats that the men wear when they are like rounding up horses, sometimes they have that piece on the back. And I like that style, I think it's very cool. Staying with the coats and jackets theme, I found this leather coat. This is great, I love this. Now this is David Meister, I think that's how I say it, M-E-I-S-T-E-R, size 10, it's a woman's. And the quality and the workmanship is just beautiful, genuine leather. And I would call this color cognac. I don't know if that's correct, I've never tried cognac, but that's what I'm calling it. So I said yes to this. Now the collarless style is not my personal favorite, but I thought the rest of the styling was really good on this jacket. And I figured somebody would want this. I paid $10.50 for this, so we shall see. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna put this probably around the $80 mark and see how it does from there. Boy, this was a lot of coats and jackets. I didn't even realize. I should call it coats and jacket haul. This next coat is an overcoat. Now I know a lot of you don't like to look through the overcoats. They're heavy, they're cumbersome, they're a little bit harder to ship. But when they're 100% cashmere, I wanna encourage you, get them, they sell, especially if it's in really nice shape. I don't get any with flaws or holes or smells, none of that. Has to be really clean. Make sure you check the lining, especially the underarms, to make sure that this is really clean in here. This one looks like it hasn't even been worn. This is a size 12, it's a woman's. and I said yes to this. Just beautiful to the hand. So practice feeling cashmere. That's my best tip. When you get a cashmere coat, just keep going like that, and your hand will really learn how to pick cashmere out without even looking at the label. So yes, yes, yes to cashmere. So as you can see, I stopped the camera to throw this vest on. This is one of that, oh, this looks terrible with pink and blue. Look at that, in a red and black vest. One of the hazards of the trade is coming home with stuff and trying it on. Do not try on the merchandise. But as you know, I don't keep a lot, but this one would be tempting. This is great. I love this vest. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours. Bye, guys.